Good morning, good lunchtime, Technosphere. And I'm back to the morning musings and I'm looking at the papers. Fucking hell. I mean, we've got the upper class Twit of the Year race steaming ahead with Michael Gove's wife saying something about his cocaine taking and which I would imagine some spin doctor spent the night working on. And what the fuck? And then Boris is going to be the new Prime Minister. He so is. And the reason I know he is because the left wing have validated his existence with their piss taking. And he's a fucking cartoon. And yeah, it's a fucking cartoon. The world is being run by badly drawn cartoons. And it's just a disaster. I mean, he had his hair cut so that he looks more like Trump. Fucking hell. Anyway, he's a done deal, I think, isn't he? And I just don't see that the Tory party should be allowed to choose the next Prime Minister again without anybody else's input. I think it's wrong. And Oxfam are getting slagged off for letting their workers have sex with the people they're supposed to be saving. And then they sent them back to the places where they were getting, killed. So, oops. Well, we all know the charities thing is a big scam and that really the Charities Commission ought to have been taken to judicial review over many, many dodgy practices some time ago. But that's not going to happen. And then Boris is insisting that we must quit the EU by October the 31st, which tells me that we're definitely not going to quit the EU by October the 31st, because whenever the British start going, this must definitely be a thing and this must definitely happen, it's usually because it's a lie. What else is going on in the world? Oh yeah. Good morning, number 3, son. Harry is going to take up Lady Diana's getting rid of the landmines. So we can expect him to be assassinated soon. Because that's what they do to royals who want to save the people. Saving the people is not on the agenda of the royals. And Harry isn't actually technically royal anyway, and they're not going to want him getting all uppity and saving the niggers. No, they're not. I mean, they let him marry one. That's supposed to be enough, innit? Dear, oh dear. It's all terrible. He's going to finish his mum's work on landmines. Yeah, and then he's going to get his ass killed. And we're going to have more rain. Rain, rain, rain. But I don't care about the rain. I do, actually. I care really, really a lot. I feel robbed of the summer. And, well, the only thing to do is to get on with the deal I made with the universe, which was that I would do this bullshit regularly. So I am. And that when I'd finished doing this bullshit, I would address my art practice as though it was a serious thing. So on that note, I will begin by addressing my art practice as though it's a serious thing. And share with you a poem. Well, actually, because Facebook shares memories. And I've realised that on several different occasions I've started writing things on Facebook and then forgotten halfway through and got distracted. So actually, what I'm actually going to do is address my relationship with social media and flip it. Because what I've realised is the tools that we have, that we like to think are examples of our privilege on earth, like our iPhones and our iPads and our this pads and our that pads, they're our chains. But the difference between these kind of chains and the actual chains that, you know, all our relatives had to wear on their ankles, and like financially for generations, is that these kind of chains, if you have a mind to do so, you can undermine the ways in which they bind you. And I suspect that I don't fully have the technological know-how to do that, but I'm working on it. But I also think that the key is in relating to it and through it on your own terms. So the Facebook wall exists, and I don't choose what goes on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop utilising the wall, and I'm going to go back to using Facebook as an output tool creatively and as a communication tool socially. But I'm not going to engage with the news feed. If I want to see what's going on with a person, I'm going to look at their profile. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to unfollow everyone and everything. Which might mean that no one will see my posts. But anyway, it doesn't matter if they don't, because I'm just using it as a notebook. And but I'll keep Messenger so that I can still communicate with people. But I'm going to stop having Facebook dictate what I'm thinking about. And this is because of a conversation I was having the other day with someone, and because the other night when I was about to go to bed, I was flicking through the Facebook, which is a really, really stupid thing to be doing. And I got a picture of somebody about to have their head chopped off. And I thought, not that I don't know that people in Saudi Arabia get their heads chopped off. I do know this. And I am also critically aware of it on a moment-to-moment basis. Which might be because I'm mentally ill. But I'm critically aware of all of it on a moment-to-moment basis. I live in an awareness of the fact that there's a war on information being waged by capitalism. I'm aware that there's a war on women being waged by the patriarchy. I'm aware that there's a war on humans being waged by the means of production. And so it's not that I'm lacking awareness in these things, but I do find it crippling being reminded in detail daily when I'm powerless to do anything about it. So, that said, I will be sharing poetry and morning musings more frequently because it's my job. Gifted. Poetry occurs unexpectedly with a certain unpredictability. One never knows when it may come. It keeps one ever on the run. It keeps one so alert to life. Embellishes every little strife with pearls that form themselves to words. Lend credence to that which is absurd. It is my life. It is my mind. The scattered jewels that I may find. It's also all the ones I miss, I guess. It's just the way it is. Have a nice day.